Incorrect census forms lead to a city's confusion. Good evening, everyone. I'm Susan Simon. Eric Franke is off the rest of this week. Census forms arrived this week to communities across our area, but as News 3's Jessica Arp tells us, one community has a mistaken identity, Jess.
Well, yeah, the census forms otherwise are pretty easy to fill out. Name, age, race, etc. Except what do you do if the address on your form is wrong? The sign says Watertown, population just more than 23,000. But residents like Louise Baumgart are questioning if the government knows where they live after this showed up on their census form.
And then when I got the one yesterday, I saw Johnson's Creek, and I thought, this is not right.
Forms for about 2/3 of the city look like this, with the correct street address and zip code, but Johnson Creek as the city.
They went on TV and said mail them in, and other residents here in my apartment, they didn't even notice that it said Johnson's Creek.
We've had hundreds of phone calls on it.
The confusion led the mayor to contact the Census Bureau, who told him things should be fine because the address was for the post office. What matters to the census is the GPS-related barcode. Because
of a barcode and numbering system located on the form, and this is what gives the spatial definition of where the residence is, that it will be counted correctly. So the city is encouraging residents to fill out the form and send it back as is, knowing they'll keep an eye on the results. Because it is important that we have this count. We all know how vital it is to getting our share of federal tax dollars and things for schools and public government, and we need this count to be accurate. Baumgart is waiting for a corrected form or a census taker, skeptical of the outcome.
I suppose they can send it in if that's what City Hall is telling the people, but if it comes out wrong, it might be hard to correct.
A spokesman for the Census Bureau in Chicago tells me they are seeing this same problem elsewhere in the country, and it's a result of a cost savings measure that streamlined how the mail was sorted and delivered by the post office. They are encouraging residents to return the forms because it only costs the government 42 cents to send the form back, but it can cost $57 to send a census taker to your home.
And it only takes a couple minutes to complete, but you want to make sure it's correct.
That's right.
Interesting story. Jessica Arp reporting. Thanks, Jess. Watertown, by the way, is not the only city experiencing such problems. New Berlin and Pewaukee are a few other places where residents say their census forms have the wrong city printed on them. The mayor of New Berlin agrees with Watertown officials, saying fill out your forms because the form's barcode is correct.